EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Tucker McCann's got it set up and ready to go. And we are underway here on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Back to throw. Fields. Flush to his right. He finds his man. Complete. It's Jacobs. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Yetur Gross-Matos has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10. And it was the visitors getting the win there. So they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Look at me. Go.
Here's Lawrence. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
First down.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Let's go, defense. X3, 218, jump snap.
Now a give right side. Cleveland. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 44.
He was brought down by Drew Tranquill.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off play action. Fields sliding up, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack, and that'll bring up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Leo!
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lawrence going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. McCann's got it teed up. This one taken just inside the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he's got some space here. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now it's Fields. Flushed out right. Complete. Smith has it. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. Touchdown! Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. McCann's got it teed up. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Dancing to his left. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. They snap it to Fields. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense, they can't get the stop here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Buying time, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Play action. It's Fields. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Yetur Gross-Matos racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more. It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a throw here to his running back. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They go play action with Lawrence. Blitz coming, and down he goes. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a throw here, hauled in. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
A gain of 14 yards brings up third down.
Check. Lucky.
Play action. It's Lawrence. He's going to air one out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. McCann's got it teed up. From the 10. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 33. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move,
he's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. McCann's got it teed up. From the 10. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end?
Touchdown, Panthers! A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. McCann's got it teed up. This one taken just inside the 10. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going to go. It's Fields. Forced out to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Lawrence going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! DK Metcalf, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Panthers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. McCann's got it teed up. This one taken just and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by McCann, up and good, and the lead will swell by one more. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And to give this time to the tailback. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? And they are going for it. Fields. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. On play action, Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Panthers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and that will extend this big lead.
56, Falcons 10.
McCann's got it teed up. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 49. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
And he'll get this up over the 25 and the 26. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
And quickly to the outside. That's caught by Lamb.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First down.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Perry. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd down at 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more.
McCann's got it teed up. From the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. McCann's got it teed up. This one taken just inside the 10 and beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. On play action, Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Yetur Gross-Matos. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. 3rd and long. It's Fields. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball. They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Panthers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. McCann's got it teed up. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 4th down, Fields. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. From the 50, here's Fields. Being chased, and time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. That one complete to Elliott. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Lawrence on 3rd down. They'll roll him out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. We're still throwing to the very end.